We are on the third episode of Married to Medicine already. Time be flying. But let's get into the episode. Now, this is the first episode where they have the theme song, and I actually like it more than that rip-off Kanye West Flashing Lights intro. Like, I like this one, like that dum dum dum. It's a rip-off of another song. If anyone knows it, 100 bonus points for you. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, then it had that little, like, that clap, 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 clap. And I'm like, okay, I like this little intro song. But anywho, the episode opens and we see what a bunch of the doctor wives are doing. And then we focus on the women who are doctors and their husbands who are doctors. We see them working 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning, saving lives and looking miserable. But yeah, they're just giving us the ins and outs. And luckily for Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie, people are going to have babies regardless. So their jobs are secure. Eugene's job is secure because he's in the emergency room. They were telling us like a lot of doctors and practices were closing down because people were just staying home. But yeah, this is definitely a reminder of what last summer is like. Hopefully that's behind us and we'll be in the clear someday. But I mean, I can't tell looking at these videos on Twitter of people in Miami on spring break. I mean, but that's a whole nother story. There go Eugene, that ugly ass car again. Every episode. Next scene, we're at Dr. Heavenly's practice and she's treating a patient who was unfortunately a victim of police brutality. Thankfully, Dr. Heavenly is actually good at fixing teeth. It's the only redeeming quality that she has, and she fixes this young girl's mouth, which is great to see. So next scene, we're in Toya's subdivision and we see her friend Anila coming by to visit to play tennis. We're just getting a little background of how Anila met Toya. They literally live like around the corner from each other in this little nice suburban upper class subdivision. Toya wants to be the new Mariah so bad. I mean, she's interested on her own, but this season she just seemed like she's trying to like put a little extra on the already extraness that is Toya. So Anila and Toya get to the tennis court where there are other housewives like themselves and they're just getting tennis instructions right now. Wow, so Toya looks like she's really good at tennis. She lets us know that she plays 5 days a week, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. I mean, Toya really ain't got nothing to do. I think Dr. Heavenly told us that maybe a season or two ago. So I get it. I mean, she got to be good at something. Because I can really see her being at home and not doing anything, being bored as hell. Ooh, y'all, we 15 minutes in and not that much has happened. These girls are still playing tennis. I'm about to fast forward it. So next scene, we're with Contessa and we're at her new practice and Dr. Jackie is there visiting. So Contessa's just showing Jackie around since Jackie has her own practice. So they're outside talking and Jackie asks Contessa, well, you two are going into the practice together, right? So how y'all doing? And from Contessa's response, it looks like they ain't doing that well. I'm like, are they sure they want to go into business together? Contessa lets Dr. Jackie know that they both quit counseling, and Jackie's like, well, somebody needs to be in counseling. She says she doesn't have time, but Jackie's like, well, make time. You can do counseling in your car. Hell, if your marriage is important to you, well, you're gonna make time for it. Alright, so next scene we're with Anila and she is prepping her house for her parents to come visit. So now we're just getting some background on Anila's parents. I don't know why I thought she was half black, but you know, both her parents are Indian. So bravo to Bravo for adding some more culture to another show on the network. This is giving Best Fiends tea, y'all. Ugh. We 25 minutes in, I'm a little bored, I'm just be honest. Her husband reminds me of Jennifer from New Jersey Housewives' husband. Not in looks, but just the way he acts. But yeah, her husband gets home and he looks just thrilled to see his in-laws there. Ooh, that looked like such a full house. She got 3 kids running around, her sibling, her 2 parents. There's just too much going on in that house. Ooh, I'm glad I live alone. Next scene, we're with Toya and we're at her residence. And again, we're just seeing like her life during COVID, which means the kids are gonna be home all the time. So that means she has to homeschool them herself or help them with their homework a lot. And basically it is torturing her. And I'm gonna give Toya a break on this because I have a friend with 2 kids and she is miserable right now trying to teach her kids this schoolwork that's now her responsibility. She complains like, Chris, oh my God, I hate it. I want them to go back to school now. So I understand how Toya is feeling. I love how Toya is telling her husband Stress, the one who's at work 16 hours a day, putting his life on the line for other people to try to save their lives from COVID. But yeah, she has a stressful day. Playing tennis. Like, could you imagine working 16 hours and then coming home to Toya? So Toya is continuing to complain to Eugene about homeschooling the kids. And by the way she's saying 5 childs, looks like she needs some homeschooling herself. And we're back with Anila, and she's having an event where most of the cast is going. She lets Toya know as a heads up that she invited Contessa. And it looks like Contessa and Toya still have beef. Anila is hoping that the ladies both bury the hatchet, because I'm pretty sure it's over something petty. Oh goodness, so we find out the reason why they're not getting along. So Contessa went to Toya's house during like some type of Christmas party, and Toya asked her to remove her shoes, and I think Contessa was complaining about it to people, and I think Toya got a wind of it, and that's why they're fighting. Yeah, I'm not lying, that's why they're fighting. Next scene, we're at Dr. Heavenly's house, and look who pulling up but Miss Quad, friend of the show. I'm guessing this is the only Bravo franchise now where you strictly must be married. Now I'm a little confused because I thought Heavenly and Quad were beefing, but it looks like they're on good terms right now. Lord, Quad is shading Heavenly already. Apparently Heavenly has a 3-story closet, and I agree with Quad. I'm not sure why she needs one. This is so funny. They are both shading each other in their confessionals. Now she's shading Quad's dating life. So Quad is asking how the other ladies are doing to Heavenly, and Heavenly brings up Toya, saying she's been mean lately. And Quad actually takes up for Toya, and you know Heavenly, she gets her phone out. Oh, y'all cool? Oh, press play. So then we see that Toya has been online talking shit about Quad, and then talking about her quote-unquote bullshit ass apartment and only filming with Heavenly. Yes, Quad, thank you for bringing some entertainment to this show tonight, because they are not bringing it. But yeah, she is reading Toya right now and spilling the tea on her house. She has literally begged, borrowed, and steal, and in that order, to get that house. Taking out loan after loan and not paying. I'll agree with that, Quad. Like, Toya does have a problem with keeping up with the Joneses, and she needs that life to be validated. I can see that definitely. Not working Eugene into an early grave. I can see that too. She is working that poor man, and then when he gets home, wants all of his attention when he's tired. Yes, I can see that too. Now, Heavenly, you know you wanted to show Quad that video. She said she didn't want to show her that video. Bullshit. You messy, Heavenly. Next scene, we're at Anila's event, and it's basically an Indian celebration. I totally forgot the holiday. I'm sorry. Simone's the first one to arrive. I'm pretty sure Toya and Contessa are invited, and that's it. Now, I just heard Simone say Anila's name. I've been saying Anila. It's Anila? Anila. Okay, Anila. So Eugene and Toya arrive, and thank God they didn't come in that ugly-ass car. So Contessa and her husband arrived to the event, and Toya already giving her the eyes. And then production reminds us of their feuds throughout the years. And I gotta say, hearing Contessa say, eagles don't run with chickens, it just tickles me in reference to Toya. Yo, eagles don't roll with chickens, so I don't really have nothing to tell you. Has anyone heard of that expression before? Eagles don't roll with chickens? Ooh, this was a good one too. Your husband is literally the definition of a big ass bitch. Okay, maybe that's the reason why Contessa is in the middle of this season. I know Tacky Toya ain't trying to judge what somebody wearing. Really? I think Contessa looks really nice and the body is snatched. So the celebration hasn't gone left yet, but Anila wants to talk to Contessa privately. She tells her, you know, I want to get to know you, and it's just unfortunate you and Toya are beefing. Hopefully y'all can talk it out. And it looks like Contessa really is kind of done with Toya. But yeah, she's really trying to sell Toya on Contessa. I would say, Anila, why don't you just worry about your relationship with Contessa first? I'm actually really surprised Anila thinks her event is a time for them two to talk. Alright, so the event's still going on. We're getting a lesson in Indian culture. Cool. Let's get back to the drama. So now they have the kids going inside, they get to have some adult conversation, and I'm very curious how this dinner goes left. Okay, so Toya starts throwing the first dagger, like Contessa just thanks Anila for inviting her. Toya just yells, well, I'm surprised she invited you because when did y'all talk? Now, Toya, this is the first time you're addressing Contessa, and this is what you tell her? So they're both talking, and it seems like they're both tired of fighting. And low-key, I think Toya does too. And then Contessa tells Toya, well, you know, in the world of COVID, there's just so many bigger things going on. Why are we doing? And Toya stops her right there. She says, I know enough about COVID. My husband comes home and tells me about it. So I don't care. So then this is when the yelling and back and forth starts. And poor Anila's parents, they're just sitting there watching them argue, looking uncomfortable. So now they're throwing F-bombs, and now Contessa's just ready to go. She apologizes to Anila and begins to get up to get out of there. Now, Contessa, you didn't have to get up and drop your handkerchief on Anila like that. That was pretty rude. I thought Anila was gonna curse you out at that point. Damn, so now Contessa just cursing her out, saying that bitch is fake. So then Anila's mother gets up to try to get Contessa to stay, and then Contessa just apologizes like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry, but I just need to go. I really do need to go. Oh no, why does Anila mom keep grabbing her like that? Oh, you don't do that. Oh, you do not do that. I'm uncomfortable just watching this. Contessa is giving her mom a warning. Now, Contessa is strong. Please, Anila, control your mom. Control your mom. And Toya and Simone are laughing at this right now. I paused it. They are completely amused by this. Ma'am, 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 let me go, ma'am. Ooh, that could have been a really bad moment. Wrong road, wrong road. I use that in the Atlanta one too. This applies here too. Definitely applies here. Unfortunately, Contessa thinks this was a setup, but I think Anila was being genuine trying to get Toya and Contessa to bury the hatchet. But I don't think that's going to happen unless all the ladies are present. Especially Jackie. I think Jackie would be able to help this situation. So now it seems like Anila is offended that Contessa is just leaving like this. I don't know. I think it's just better for Contessa to just leave the situation before it could have got worse. So I think she did the right thing by leaving. I don't think Anila should be offended by that. I think she should be offended though with her just dropping a handkerchief on her face as she stood up. Also, she needs to learn how to control her mom because her mom would have been laid out by Contessa during COVID. I mean, now that Contessa left, they're all talking about it, but I really think Toya started it. And they just don't like each other. I'm not sure why they can't just remain cordial, but Toya got a big ass mouth, and then when she drinks, it gets bigger. Side note, those drinks look really good. I might have to look up this place when I go to Atlanta. Y'all know I love a good cocktail. All right, and that was the end of the episode. Oh, man. They need to step it up. I didn't really like this episode too much. I mean, by the end, that's where all the drama was. But in the middle, I was just like, oof, best fiends. Like, please, bring Quad, bring Lisa Nicole, Cloud. Get all the ladies together. Because them separately, not why I watch. Hopefully next week is better. Anywho, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for the season finale of Basketball Wives. Hoop dreams and heifers. And colorism. And exhaustion. Yes. Anywho, bye.